Hello everyone, welcome aboard. Simon here from the Wells of Wall Street. A bit of an update on Elrond after we did one, I think 3 or 4 days ago now. So there's been some good chart movement on the Elrond chart. So we will go into that in a moment. But first of all, if you haven't done so already, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and click the notification bell so that you get awesome updates when we send our new videos to you guys. So that out of the way, I just wanted to put some emphasis on a couple of updates from Elrond. So always worth checking social media platforms and all the crypto assets that you're invested in or about to invest in, because it shows you how engaged they are with the community and engaged with the development that they are pushing towards within their own project. But also it's just generally nice to see the emphasis of updates as well. So Elrond, over the last week, we covered the My Wish platform in the previous video. Go check that out if you want more info on that. So that's absolutely fantastic. There's a load of information around new mainnet launches for different NFTs and different apps as well, and dApps. And also launch pads for Chain Boost and Chain Guide is actually phenomenal for NFTs. So Elrond is really plowing through its development. I think it's one of the absolutely fundamental blockchain gems that you could possibly wish for. If some people were saying beginning of this year that we might see $1,000 price by the end of this year. I think like maybe $800 is definitely achievable. I'm not sure about 1,000 yet, but again, we need to hit some key points on the charts in the next few months before we look at those as definitive sort of predictions. And we will do that perhaps in the next video once we do a proper intro to Elrond for you guys as well that don't know about it and would like our perspective on it versus others that are already out there. And in general, for staking and everything, which we talked about in the previous videos as well, it's absolutely fantastic opportunity to use various staking wallets. Some people use this one. I don't know how you say this actually. It's like Maya, I think. Maya. Please let me know if there's any translations that can be done for that one. But I have mine on the Elrond wallet personally. You can delegate or stake at the moment with unbelievable rewards, to be honest. I think up to 25%. I think mine is sort of staggering around like 15 to 20. So still very good for the long term for me. I'm not buying, selling at the moment. I'm certainly not selling this year. I'm just accumulating basically and hoping for a nice big dip in the bear market to take advantage of some other ones, because I think I was buying Elrond maybe like $20-ish beginning of this year. I didn't anticipate it to go up so high so quick, so do keep an eye on that. But yeah, it's very impressive blockchain technology, very green as well, which obviously keeps in line with the general narrative these days of green tokenizations and green blockchains, etc. for the environment. So that out of the way, guys, let's take a look at this chart. So we drew in the other day this purple area, and we maintain that actually if we can keep within this channel and specifically within this purple area here, we can start pushing upwards. Now, there's no major updates other than the ones really that I mentioned about the weekly ones. So I think this is just general good, fantastic movement for Elrond. It's been quite the quiet one, to be honest. I've just literally absolutely messed my chart up there. It's been absolutely one of the ones that goes under the radar almost sometimes until it does really big spikes, and we want to move away from that. We want to keep the the current updates flowing. I'm just going to get rid of that one. There we go. As we go along with Elrond, because if you look back from the 21st of July, we had the sort of lower points of the $65, $66, and we've already ramped up to 150. So it's absolutely fantastic growth. On the 3 month, it's very much on 11%, weekly 7%. So it is going in a fantastically good direction. We've had the tail off here. We had another run, which I was quite surprised at. I thought we were going to have a bit more of a correction than this. But we had another run and then profits were taken. I think perhaps from people maybe thinking that this was a potential bear opportunity, a bit of a rise, and then we've had the correction. We've had the correction, we've had the rise up of support again, and now we're on our way back up. So it's very much in line with what we anticipated. It's not the end of the road yet. We're still apparently in a bearish momentum for this one, and that kind of is agreeable on that aspect. However, this gap here where we saw this slight decline is now edging very much into a narrow gap here. So I can anticipate potentially a bit more of a sideways movement here within this kind of area, a bit of a channel situation going on here. You could argue that now I don't know where this is going to close, so it's a bit hard to figure out, but let's say for example it does close in there, we've still got a bit of movement around here to stabilize before a projection upwards. So it's going to be really interesting in 24-48 hours, so do keep an eye on it. I'm going to just put it back there just in case, because if we do correct back down to here, it kind of works for that kind of that trend line there. So let's keep an eye on it, see where we go with that. But I wanted to bring that to your attention, not because we anticipate this kind of thing would happen, but more importantly for you guys to make sort of decisions on what you think about Elrond, whether there's buying opportunities, selling opportunities, this, that and the other. So this isn't financial advice, it's just a bit of analysis, bit of data analysis as well, to help you guys out there. The RSI is very much in the mid channel still. It's not sort of low enough for me to think that we could completely drop. It's starting to make a bit of a rise again. So there's argument here that there's still room in the tank to move either way, in all honesty. However, the last 24-48 hours have shown a good positive move, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to close that way. I do anticipate a lot more movement still to occur in this next 24 hours. So let's keep an eye on that. We'll do an update in a few days time. I just wanted to get this one out there because I really think it's quite interesting that we've sort of maintained this particular area that we thought we would. But I do generally believe Elrond is going to be an absolutely fantastic one to keep an eye on for this year. I mean, even just this retracement, I don't take this with a pinch of salt, for example, but when we mentioned earlier about potentially $800, yeah, that might just be an accurate assumption, and it does anticipate through what people were saying at the beginning of the year, potentially getting to that $1,000. But we've got a long way to go before that, guys. And we're not near the all-time highs yet, of course. Let me just quickly check what that was in. I don't know. Oh, I see. Sorry, my chart's going absolutely mental. Yeah, let's just have a look quickly in the back end. So roughly $245 was the previous all-time high, so we've got a lot of movement left to go. So we'll keep you updated in the next few days. Hope you found this informative. Please do like the video if you have done so, and let us know in the comments below if you are holding EGLD and what your price predictions are for this year, and we'll call a few of the fun ones out in the next video for you guys. But other than that, we'll wrap that up. But like I said, keep an eye on it in the next 48 hours, and then we can really start looking at where our next moves are for Elrond properly. So until then, guys, I hope you found it informative, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care, and we'll see you soon.